Hi, we're with Edwin Castillo. He is running for Yellowknife City Council. Edwin, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're running?
Well, thanks very much for having me here, Mike. First of all, I'm a 50-year resident here in Yellowknife. I came here with my family back in '68 as a young child. First Filipino family here in Yellowknife, actually. And I grew up here again pretty well. Went to school here in St. Pat's and then went on to university. Got a couple of degrees, both one in science, one in business admin, and then later on, while starting with a career with a GNWT, I obtained an accounting designation, so I'm a CPA right now. In terms of running, I mean, I've always had an interest in politics, of course, and I've been involved in a lot of organizations from a voluntary capacity. I've been in various boards here in town, including the CPA, CGA Association, Sport North, and the Lotteries Board, for example. I've also been on school boards as well, and other nonprofit sports organizations such as the NWT Tennis and Yellowknife Tennis Club. I've been a soccer coach as well, so I've a fair broad of experience, and in terms of having been here all my life, I've seen the ups and downs as well here in Yellowknife, and I realize some of the concerns. And even now, as a homeowner, I share some of those same concerns. So I see there's still a lot of room for improvement, and I really want to see the city keep developing, especially since, of course, I'm living here. My friends and neighbors, and expressing some frustrations as well, as am I. Some of the red tape that's going on, for example, there's a lot of room for efficiencies that could be increased, as well as, of course, the effectiveness, and all within the realm of economizing as well, because obviously everybody here wants to stretch the dollar, particularly in terms of the cost of living that we're facing. There's the high rents, the high costs of housing as well. So whatever way we can do to alleviate some of that. And I'm, of course, an advocate of conservation and waste management, that sort of things. And again, as I alluded to, in terms of reducing the red tape aspects. I'm running on a platform of fairness. You'll see in my card that I've been passing around, service and community. In terms of fairness, I basically want to ensure that there's a level playing field, and in terms of what's out there, there's for example, a proper everybody gets treated fairly in terms of maybe getting ensuring that there's policies in place and standards in place, for example, that everybody can turn back to. But then there should be, if everybody feels, if somebody feels wronged by, there should be a complaint process, an appeals process, and all related to that. For example, with one of the issues that's going on right now in terms of the municipal enforcement mismanagement of what some people are saying. I mean, again, perhaps a code of conduct policy could be put forward in there, as well as maybe a training aspect. I haven't seen that around yet. I'm an accountant by trade, so I'm quite familiar with budgets as well, and looking at the line objects. So there's opportunities for efficiencies there, right? And improvements in services, of course. Service delivery in terms of reducing the red tapes, as again I mentioned, and of course, the last aspect that I had mentioned is in terms of community and building the community. There's the volunteers out there that should be celebrated, right? There's partnerships and collaboration that we, of course, want to encourage to make sure our city develops. So, in that regard, I hope I've captured pretty much everything that, in a nutshell, in terms of what my position is, and hopefully people out there in residents will be able to support my views, and in turn, of course, I'll be able to support them and have a voice for them on council.
Well, on that note, Edwin, I want to thank you for coming in and talking to us, and
Great.
good luck on the election.
Thank you very much, Mike. Appreciate it. Okay. Good night.